But drum roll, please. In the last week, we have taken over 7,000 orders on this incredible houseplant that honestly, I cannot decide if I like the floral, the flower, or the trunk of this desert rose better. It's so incredible to look at from top to bottom. You feel as if you're, in a foreign country or you travel the world to find this, yet this is going to be in your home. We have already taken 400 orders in this show. So I'm gonna do my best, but Devin, I want you to be in a split screen with me in case I fail miserably at going over these two color options. So it's $32, a lower price, easy pay is $10. So you're gonna choose one by the name of red and one by the name of red white, and they're very similar. But Devin, this is the one that we are calling red white, correct?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, so if I could get an extreme close-up real quick, the trunk is magnificent, and then if you order red and white, I don't want to hurt the flowers, but there's a little line in the middle of each leaf, and then it's trimmed more in a classic like Memorial Day, patriotic 4th of July red. Now that again is called red white. Now hop over next door, and this one is just by the name of red, and it's going to have more of a white center to all the flowers. That stripe isn't in there, and I'll tell you too, this red is a little different. It's more warmer and like a cranberry red. So I just wanted to make sure you knew, but they are both very, very popular. So call this red, and the one with that look of a stripe to it is our red and white. This is what you are getting, all right? So it's ready to be planted in a pot, Devin, and this is what it will start to look like. I mean, this is magnificent.
And you can leave it in that pot for 100 years or even longer. This is one of the oldest living plants that we have ever offered. It is a natural bonsai. Yes, it is. These trunks are just as big of a feature as their evergreen foliage, as their beautiful flowers that will bloom inside the home throughout the year. This is really one of the most incredible houseplants that anyone could buy anywhere, that anyone could find anywhere. And every time we have a desert rose on in a presentation, they are always flying off the shelves because everyone knows that we bring the very best desert rose to the country. And what you receive is a beautiful, healthy plant that is going to continue to be a family heirloom for generations to come. That's what we love about the desert rose. But what's so special about this collection is you're choosing between two different varieties. This one right here is the red and white. This is the red, and we can also see the red and white. If you're unsure which is which, I would suggest just get both. And you'll know that you're going to have some beautiful desert rose blooming inside your home for many years to come.
We are very, very busy, Devin, so I want to go over those choices again. So the red and white, I'm calling it a stripe.
Yep.
It's a vertical stripe within the flower. So if you want the red and white, you're going to get a little bit more of a stronger red presence and less white.
Yep.
And if you want the one that we are calling red, it's trimmed in red. Maybe we could come back and see it on the set with me because I think it does a better visual for everybody at home. $10 brings your plant home. And I'm going to ask Devin in a minute how easy it is because his Uncle Eric did tell me that it's going to outlive me. He said I didn't have to baby it. I didn't have to like walk around and spritz it with water every day, and it was still going to outlive me. So this again is the red, trimmed in red. Lots of white on the inside of the flower, all right? That's red. Then hop on over, same incredible, like just jaw-droppingly unique trunk, no matter what, and same green foliage. Then this is the one that we call red and white, and trimmed in a brighter, more like classic red, and has those lines in all of the leaves. That's red and white, and other one is red. Thanks, Devin.
And the thing about these plants, about these desert rose, is these are native to the islands of Socotra off the coast of Africa, where I know it sounds like, is this place even exist? Is it real? It is, and this is a plant that grows wild in those areas. So those are areas of the world that are incredibly hot, deserty areas where there's very little rainfall. So what the desert rose is, it is actually a natural bonsai, but it is also a succulent plant, which means that you can take a month-long road trip. You don't even need to worry about watering these plants.
That's
They've
my kind of
hauled
plant.
all of the moisture inside those fat bellies that they have, and you can rest assured that they don't need to be cared for in that manner. So you can go months, water them once a month. That is A-okay.
And Devin, not everybody likes to be outside in the summer. Some are bothered by the bugs and it's too hot. So bring a little of that tropical beauty into your own home. Maybe you don't have the yard that you used to have when the kids were young. Maybe now it's a balcony, a small patio, or maybe it's a communal outdoor space. So bring that joy into your own home. 1,200 orders already placed. I have a question about dirt. I noticed in both of these pots, they look so professional and beautiful. Like over here in the one that we are just calling red, there's little rocks and stones. And in the one that we call red and white with the stripe on the flower, there's all kinds of white stuff in the pot. Am I supposed to get fancy dirt? What am I doing with dirt?
Well, the thing is, you can go just to get a bag of succulent potting mix. Pick that up at any box store. And the great thing about these plants is these are going to produce blooms for you for up to 6 months. Here you can see this red and white with that extra kind of pizzazz of that red in the center. There's my little sister, Stephanie. That was probably a 30-year-old plant.
Really?
Now, this is a plant that is going to be in your family for a very long time. All you need to do, give it a sunny window, allow it to be in that sunny window pretty much all year round. It likes to be nice and warm. That is definitely a plus. It doesn't need much water. If you want to get the most out of your plant, giving it some of the Roberta's Bounty fertilizer will definitely help it to give even more flower power, like you're holding right there.
Okay.
But really and truly, one of the easiest plants to grow with up to 6 months of flowers throughout the year. Anyone can grow it. But the thing is, not anyone will be able to find this outside of this show here on QVC, because this is truly a rare, rare, rare plant.
And popular tonight, getting limited. I've taken 1,800 orders. I've got another question, but again, I just want to make sure you're getting the right one home for you. It just is the color of the flower. Everything that we're falling in love about as far as the trunk and the green foliage goes remains the same no matter what. This is red, more white in the center of the flower and trimmed in a red kind of cranberry color. And this is your red and white, and it's just a little bit more subtle in the white. It has a lot more red to it, including those little stripes within the flower. So, Devin, in the video, I know on the Dubner, as we call it, on the screen, we're referencing this as a house plant, and clearly that's how we have it shown here. But I did notice, like where your sister was, Steph, that was in the ground. So if we live somewhere where it's hot enough, warm enough, tropical enough, could we plant it in the ground and have success, or do you really recommend doing pots here?
Well, unless you live in like Southern California or Southern Florida, this is definitely a plant you want to keep in a container.
Okay.
They can't handle temperatures below about 40
Not
degrees.
like our fig tree.
But, so as a container grown plant, you will have this in your family for generations. It is so easy, requires such minimal care, and you can get beautiful flowers like that on your plant for up to 6 months every single year.
All right, well, today we have the low price. Today we have the $10 easy pay. Today we've taken over 2,000 orders. So choose the red desert rose or the red and white, but do so sooner than later, or there will be no choice. Now, real quick, before we go to the butterfly bush, we've been waiting so patiently for my fave in the show. I want to go ahead and let you know that we are streaming now. Everybody has different TV habits and different ways of watching QVC. And so if you want to see some of our original program or get caught up on shows that you missed from the past week or even earlier today, you can stream us now.